Archaeologists worldwide frequently unearth artifacts that defy our understanding of ancient cultures. These treasures have the power to reshape history books, altering our perception of vanished societies. Even in the present day, remarkable relics continue to emerge, sparking enthusiasm among historians. In this thrilling journey, we unveil 15 most captivating discoveries of recent years, each a window into the past. These relics encompass a wide array of objects, from intricately carved ancient cult objects to mysteriously vanished villages, all poised to rewrite our narratives of bygone civilizations. Join us on this exhilarating roller coaster adventure through time, where the past comes alive with every revelation. Number 15. Uncovering a gilded shipwreck. In a stroke of sheer serendipity, diamond prospectors embarked on a fateful expedition along the desolate skeleton coast of Namibia. As they delved into the unforgiving sands, their determined efforts unearthed an astonishing relic from the annals of history, a long-lost shipwreck concealed beneath the dunes. This sunken vessel, ominously dubbed the Bomb Jesus, had met its watery demise some 5 centuries ago, its tragic secret concealed for generations beneath the shifting sands of time. However, it was not the skeletal remains of this Portuguese vessel that ignited the flames of excitement, but rather the treasure concealed within its time-worn hull. Buried within the ship's ancient confines, hundreds upon hundreds of gold coins lay in hushed splendor, their collective worth a staggering $13 million. The discovery was a triumph hard-earned, as treasure hunters had waged a relentless battle against nature herself. They had drained an entire bay in their relentless pursuit of this elusive maritime time capsule, revealing a testament to human persistence and the unyielding call of hidden wealth. Yet as the golden dust settled, a question arose like a specter from the past. Who would rightfully claim this dazzling cache of wealth? History spoke loudly in this matter, for the Bomb Jesus had once sailed under the flag of the King of Portugal. Consequently, by the maritime laws of yore, this sunken treasure became, in legal terms, the property of the Portuguese state. Yet, as the tides of time washed over the legalities of ancient sea voyages, a remarkable display of goodwill unfolded. The Portuguese, embracing the spirit of international camaraderie, relinquished their ancestral claim to the treasure. In an act of unparalleled generosity, they gracefully bequeathed it to the government of Namibia, bridging the chasm between ancient mariners and modern diplomacy. Number 14. Exploring the world of 2,000 years past. Over 2 millennia ago, the vibrant seaport of Veronica stood as a bustling hub of trade, a testament to the global interconnectedness of ancient times. Originally established by the Ptolemies, its primary purpose was to facilitate the import of majestic war elephants from distant India, creatures of both awe and strategic importance. As time flowed on, Veronica's role transformed into something truly remarkable. It became a crucial place where not only things but also art and culture from around the world met. Think of it as a busy market where treasures from far-off lands came together in sunny Egypt. Lately, a group of archaeologists from Poland and the United States went on an amazing dig in this ancient city. What they found surprised us about Egypt's past. Inside the temple of Serapis and Isis, a place for gods linked to health and making things grow, they found many remarkable sculptures, each with its own story. These sculpted marvels, dating back around 2 millennia, hailed from far-flung corners of the globe. Among them, a serene Buddhist figure from the Gandhara region, nestled between Pakistan and Afghanistan, whispered of ancient trade routes that stretched across mountains and deserts. But the surprises did not end there. In this sacred space, researchers encountered sculptures depicting Nubian deities, offering a tantalizing glimpse into the spiritual beliefs of distant Sudan. Here, within the hallowed halls of Serapis and Isis, the boundaries of race and religion melted away. This was not a place of division or hatred. It was a sanctuary of unity, where deities from diverse corners of the world converged in a harmonious celebration of ancient multiculturalism. In this early multi-religious congregation, the world came together in a temple by the sea, forging connections that transcended time and space. Number 13. discovery of the world's earliest cheese-making evidence. The earliest signs of cheese-making date back a whopping 7,000 years. Back then, making cheese was as simple as it gets. People would start with warm milk, perhaps freshly obtained from their herds. Then they'd work some magic, adding either rennet or lactic acid bacteria. This special concoction would be left to cool. But here's the trick. Only the watery whey needed to be removed. The rest was a creamy, cheesy delight in the making. Now, you might wonder who these ingenious cheesemakers were. Well, we've got intriguing evidence. Inconspicuous ceramic sieves unearthed in Poland. These little treasures serve as proof that people were already crafting cheese 7 millennia ago. But there's more to the story. Researchers have uncovered traces of milk fat in ancient containers. This revelation sheds light on the significance of dairy products in the diet of Neolithic people. You see, these dairy delights provided a vital source of protein without the need to slaughter their valuable livestock. It was a game changer for their way of life. Milk was important for early settlements, helping them grow, but the cheese was even better. It lasted longer than milk and was easy to keep without fridges. Also, many people in the past couldn't digest milk well, but cheese didn't cause the same problems. So, cheese not only saved milk, but also let more people enjoy it. These early cheesemakers were like food and nutrition pioneers, starting a tradition that we still enjoy today. Number 12. The Carnyx wind instrument of the Celts. Between 300 BC and 280 BC, the ancient Celts, known for their formidable prowess in battle, wielded a truly remarkable instrument known as the Carnyx. This unique wind instrument was unlike any other, designed to strike fear into the hearts of their adversaries. Imagine a tall, upright instrument, its upper end crowned with the menacing visage of a deadly creature, perhaps a ferocious wild boar, a slithering serpent, or even a fierce dragon. From the gaping maw of this creature emerged a haunting sound that cascaded over the heads of their foes, casting a dark and foreboding spell. The precise timbre of the Carnyx's strange notes remains a mystery to us today, lost in the annals of time. However, accounts from that era describe it as producing a harsh and somber melody, a sonic weapon intended to sap the morale of enemy troops, leaving them trembling in trepidation. While references to the Carnyx abound in historical records from this period, the actual instruments themselves were elusive relics. By the year 2004, only remnants of 5 of these extraordinary contraptions had been unearthed. Then, in a stroke of archaeological fortune, 2004 saw the unearthing of a substantial Iron Age artifact trove, including 7 exceptionally well-preserved carnyces. Among these treasures was a mouthpiece from a Carnyx discovered in France, offering a tantalizing clue about the instrument's usage. Unlike the traditional vertical position, this artifact suggested that the Carnyx might have been played horizontally, revolutionizing our understanding of its purpose. It now appears that the Carnyx was not solely a tool of war, but also an integral part of Celtic festivals, weddings, and various rituals, adding a layer of mystique to this ancient civilization's culture. Number 11. The enigma of ancient gears and cult objects. For nearly 100 years now, folks in Orange County, Southern California, have been stumbling upon a peculiar treasure trove of ancient gears or cult objects. These aren't ordinary gears. They're small wheels, found in fields or during construction projects. The big question is, what were they for? Researchers have solved this mystery. These wheels are from the Millingstone Horizon culture, an ancient society in Southern California that lived 2,500 to 7,500 years ago. What makes these wheels even more intriguing is that they come in 4 to 7 different variations: flat, grilled, pierced, and some without any holes at all. Here's the kicker. They sport an array of prongs, ranging from a solitary one up to an astonishing 22, though the majority boast between 10 to 17 prongs. But here's the real head-scratcher. These stones are geometrically flawless, like the handiwork of an ancient master craftsman. These special wheels are made from different materials like red ochre, shale, sandstone, basalt, or granite. Each material has its own story. What's even more interesting is that these stones might be linked to specific clans or groups in the Milling Stone Horizon culture. And here's where it gets even more intriguing. These unique stones are mostly found near the sea or coastal hills. This strange pattern makes people wonder. Although the name of the time suggests a connection to stone milling, experts don't think these small stones were just early tools. They see them as something deeper, important objects, maybe even pieces of an ancient game. This adds a layer of mystery to this amazing discovery. Number 10. Lebanon's timeless 600-year-old wine factory. In the captivating September of 2020, a group of dedicated archaeologists embarked on an extraordinary journey of discovery in the enchanting lands of Lebanon. Their quest led them to unveil a treasure trove of history concealed beneath the Earth's embrace, rewriting the narratives of antiquity. Nestled amidst this historical fabric were not just four mere houses, but a portal to the past, an ancient Phoenician village that whispered secrets dating back to the 7th century BC. In this magical village, something incredible was found that would amaze even the wisest historians: the oldest Phoenician wine press. This wine press, a sign of how good the Phoenicians were at making wine, was in a huge bowl that could hold 4,500 liters. It was like a time machine because old seeds still had the secrets of how to make wine from a long time ago. These seeds, lasting for many years, kept the Phoenician tradition alive. The Phoenicians, clever as they were, didn't invent wine pressing, but they turned it into an art. Along the sunny Mediterranean shores, they grew vineyards with a deep passion. They explored North Africa, Sicily, and Spain, finding perfect places for their grapevines. They spread the tradition of wine growing to their colonies, turning dry land into fertile vineyards. But wine for the Phoenicians wasn't just about enjoying it, it was a part of their culture and spirituality. They used wine in their religious ceremonies, pouring it from large jars in ancient rituals. Surprisingly, wine also became a way to share their culture. The Phoenicians, early traders, took their wine to other lands, connecting different cultures through its taste, like time-traveling merchants, ensuring that their wine reached far-off places. Number 9. A treasure trove of over 10,000 relics hidden beneath a Chinese riverbed. In a remarkable quest for history buried beneath the sands of time, a team of dedicated archaeologists embarked on a monumental mission in a remote riverbed near the bustling Chinese city of Chengdu. This expedition sought to unveil the last remnants of a forgotten era, a time when the Ming dynasty's reign met its dramatic end in a bloody battle. Imagine a riverbed drained entirely to reveal its long-kept secrets. The archaeologists' determination and unwavering commitment were handsomely rewarded as they unearthed a staggering treasure trove of over 10,000 artifacts. Each item held a piece of history, whispering tales of an era long past. Yet among this vast array of relics, one particular artifact emerged as the undisputed gem of the collection, a royal seal made not of ordinary metal but of pure, radiant gold. This exquisite piece, standing at about 10 centimeters in height, bore the mark of royalty in every facet. Its handle, intricately crafted in the form of a majestic turtle, added an air of regality. The seal's inscription tantalizingly hinted at its illustrious owner, a prince of the Ming dynasty. Alas, the historical records left this question unanswered, shrouding the prince's identity in mystery. Scholars are working to solve a puzzle about the Ming dynasty's history. It's been many years since the dynasty ended, and as time goes by, civilizations rise and fall, leaving behind traces of their past. Now, these places are quiet and reclaimed by nature. They're all over the world, holding stories that call out to us in the wind and leaves. They want us to listen, explore, and remember because in their silence, many stories are waiting to be heard. Number 8. The enigmatic origins of the world's oldest emoji. In a fascinating archaeological discovery that unfolded in July 2020, researchers stumbled upon what is believed to be the world's most ancient emoji. This precious find emerged from the depths of an ancient Hittite city nestled in what is now known as Eastern Turkey. To set the historical stage, it's worth noting that the Hittites once held sway over a sprawling empire, extending their dominion from the contemporary territories of Greece and Egypt, all the way through Turkey to Syria. And intriguingly, it appears they might have been the pioneers of emotional expression through a rather rudimentary medium strokes and dots. A humble pot or vase, weathered and aged by the passage of millennia, but inside it, a delightful surprise awaited. Imprinted on the inner surface of this ancient vessel was a cheerful, timeless countenance, a smiling face created using just 2 dots and a gracefully curved dash. Some might call it a mere coincidence, but the archaeological community vehemently disagrees. They contend that the smiley face was deliberately painted on this Hittite artifact, which itself has endured for approximately 3,700 years. This remarkable find eclipsed the prior record holder for the oldest emoji, a playful predecessor from Slovakia dating back to the year 1635. It was no less than a lawyer who, in a whimsical moment amidst the seriousness of legal documentation, sketched a smiley emoji. However, as astonishing as that may be, the Hittite smiley, with its ancient charm, has now taken center stage in the annals of emoji history. Number 7. The Hidden Wonders of Bedrock City. In the 1970s, 1980s, and 1990s, the Flintstones, a beloved cartoon and comic series, enchanted people worldwide. In the Arizona desert, special theme parks brought the Stone Age family's adventures to life. These parks were like sunny desert oases filled with fun rides and restaurants inspired by the Flintstones. Imagine a place where old memories meet new adventures. You could eat in Flintstones-themed restaurants and go on rides that took you back to prehistoric times. Families laughed, and the park felt like bedrock. But as time passed, the park owner retired, and no one continued the legacy. The park was abandoned, leaving behind life-size dinosaurs and Fred Flintstone's house. However, a new owner emerged to revive this pop culture gem. Bedrock City will become Raptor's Ranch, a thrilling new place promising a different kind of excitement. Now, let's travel to Finland, where dancer Elise Sinisto embarked on an incredible project. She wanted to live in harmony with nature and reduce her environmental impact. So she created Villa Mehu, an unusual home emphasizing sustainability and innovation. Villa Mehu is a collection of buildings and lodgings made from recycled materials. Each brick and beam has a history, repurposed with care and cleverness. Imagine several buildings rising from the ground, including a sauna, guest rooms, and a community house with a dance hall. After Elise Sinisto's passing, the property's ownership became a mystery. But something remarkable happened as nature returned. The recycled materials blended with the environment, blurring the line between creation and reclamation. It seemed like this union of nature and man-made was destiny, showing the enduring power of sustainability and innovation. Number 6. Mind-boggling revelation. In the scorching heat of summer, an astonishing discovery sent shockwaves through the online world. Reports, albeit informal, began to flood the internet, suggesting a mind-boggling revelation. American forces had purportedly unearthed a trove of Russian fighter planes buried deep beneath the unforgiving sands of Iraq's desert. These aircraft were rumored to house some highly classified explosive technology. The tale spun an intricate web of intrigue, tracing back to the Iraq War, where Russia was alleged to have clandestinely supplied these formidable fighter jets to the notorious dictator Saddam Hussein. The conspiracy theorists reveled in this secrecy-laden narrative, fanning the flames of an ongoing dispute between the long-standing adversaries, Russia and the USA. But then, as if to defy expectations, only a few weeks later, the narrative took an unexpected twist. Denials and corrections began to surface, casting doubts on the sensational claims. It turned out that these Russian fighters, including the famed MiG-25 Foxbat, had been slumbering beneath the scorching desert sands since 1979, at the height of the Cold War. The Soviets, ever wary of unforeseen emergencies during those tense times, had sent these aircraft to Iraq and stealthily concealed them beneath the Earth's surface. What initially appeared to be a cache of highly explosive technology turned out to be more akin to a repository of Cold War relics, serving as oversized souvenirs from a bygone era of global confrontation. Interestingly, these planes were unearthed during the exhaustive search for Saddam Hussein's supposed weapons of mass destruction, which to this day remain elusive and unrecovered. The enigmatic tale of the buried fighters added yet another layer of intrigue to the complex narrative of international politics and military history. Now it's time for today's subscriber pick. Scientists are finding artifacts around the world that should never have been found. Recently, a group of archaeologists, filled with excitement, cracked open a centuries-old wall, revealing an astonishing sight that sent chills down their spines. As the dust settled, a breathtaking revelation emerged before their eyes. In that ancient, dusty chamber, shrouded in mystery, there stood a woman frozen in time, seemingly in her mid-30s. She belonged to the enchanting 15th century, a time of knights, castles, and grand tapestries. But what truly captivated these experts was her immaculate preservation. This lady, her visage untouched by the relentless march of time, looked as though she had just taken a stroll through a medieval garden. Her attire, an intricate fabric of silks and velvets, whispered tales of a bygone era. The colors, still vivid, hinted at her noble origins. But the question that hung in the air like a tantalizing secret was this. What had she been doing at the time of her untimely demise? Had she been attending a grand ball, swirling gracefully in the arms of a chivalrous suitor? Or perhaps she was an adept scholar, engrossed in the study of arcane manuscripts, unlocking the mysteries of her age. The room buzzed with anticipation, for this perfectly preserved lady from the 15th century was a living, or should we say, timeless enigma, waiting for her story to be uncovered like a forgotten treasure from the depths of history. What scenarios do you think could explain the lady's presence in that chamber? Was it a tragic accident or a deliberate act? Let us know in the comments. Number 5. Crafting Polynesian armaments from the fiercest shark's teeth. In the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean, nestled within the embrace of Kiribati, lie the enigmatic Gilbert Islands. These remote atolls, a testament to nature's grandeur, witnessed a chapter of ingenuity and resilience that is nothing short of astounding. In days of old, when conflict loomed, the island's inhabitants faced a remarkable challenge. In this endless sea, they needed weapons for protection, but there was no metal like iron or steel. So they got creative with what nature offered. Shark teeth washed up by the waves. They attached these sharp teeth to strong wooden spears using coconut fibers or even human hair. They made 124 deadly spears this way. Jump ahead to the 1800s, and these spears, holding the island's secrets, were found by curious researchers. They ended up in museums, quietly sitting there for almost 200 years, with not many people realizing their importance. However, when the keen eyes of biologists finally fell upon these tooth-adorned spears, an astonishing revelation emerged. The teeth, carefully arranged by the islanders, weren't just a testament to their resourcefulness. They offered a window into the Pacific's aquatic realms. The teeth on these spears, it turned out, hailed from as many as 17 different shark species. What's really interesting about this discovery is that we found two types of sharks, the black shark and the spot-tooth shark, in Kiribati for the first time. These old spears, made when needed, tell us about the hidden journeys of these sharks. Why did the black shark and spot-tooth shark leave Kiribati's waters? We don't know exactly, it's a mystery from the past. But like many changes in nature, people might have had something to do with it. Number 4. Unearthing Forest Fen's hidden fortune. In a tale filled with mystique and adventure, we delve into the remarkable journey of Forrest Fenn, a wealthy eccentric in the United States. In 2010, Fenn devised an extraordinary plan to share his wealth and passion for the thrill of treasure hunting with the world. He decided to bury a portion of his fortune, a dazzling trove of coins and jewelry worth approximately $2 million, and set the stage for a nationwide treasure hunt. To ignite this modern-day treasure quest, Fenn penned a cryptic poem, several paragraphs long, containing clues that were as elusive as they were tantalizing. He also dropped hints in the media from time to time, adding layers of intrigue to the hunt. The treasure hunt itself spanned a decade, captivating the imaginations of thousands who sought the hidden riches. Yet, it wasn't until June 2020 that the enigma surrounding Fenn's treasure was finally unraveled. An initially anonymous individual emerged as the triumphant seeker, having successfully lifted the chest brimming with gleaming coins and precious jewels. The world eagerly awaited the revelation of this treasure hunter's identity, and it came only after a few weeks and a legal battle in a U.S. court. Surprisingly, a 32-year-old medical student from Michigan made the amazing discovery. This set him apart from other treasure hunters. He said his success wasn't just about solving Fenn's riddles, but also about understanding Fenn's unique personality, which helped him find the treasure. Sadly, Fenn's treasure hunt had a dark side. 4 people lost their lives searching for it in dangerous places. Even sad, Forrest Fenn himself passed away on September 22, 2020 at the age of 90, shortly after the treasure was found. Number 3. The Taltayanat Stone Statue. In the sun-kissed land of southern Turkey, a place steeped in history, we find ourselves amidst the remnants of an ancient city known as Taltayanat. This mystical site holds within its dusty layers the whispers of a civilization long past. What we uncover here is nothing short of a journey through time itself. Taltayanat is the resting place of an enigmatic puzzle, believed to be a fragment of the once mighty city of Kunalua, an illustrious capital of the Hittite kingdom that thrived in Asia Minor during the 2nd millennium BC. This city bore witness to the rise and fall of an empire where Hittite culture flourished. For nearly 8 decades, Taltayanat lay dormant, its secrets hidden beneath layers of earth and history. It was as though time had forgotten this place. However, in the early 2000s, a team of dedicated archaeologists breathed life back into this ancient ground. What they uncovered would leave the world in awe. Among the troves of treasures found, one object stands out in its grandeur and mystery, a stone statue meticulously carved to depict a bearded man. This statue, though missing its lower half, still reaches nearly 4 meters in height. Picture in your mind a colossal figure, its stone visage staring out with eyes that seem to hold secrets of the past. The identity of this bearded figure is believed to be none other than Suppiluliuma, a revered deity of the Hittite pantheon. His lifelike eyes seem to follow you as if demanding your attention. Why was this deity immortalized in stone of such grand proportions? The answer lies shrouded in the mists of time. Some conjecture that this statue played a pivotal role in religious rituals, perhaps standing sentinel over sacred ceremonies that unfolded in the heart of Kunalua. Others speculate that it served as a dignified burial tribute, gracing the resting places of the affluent residents of the Hittite Empire, preserving their memory for eternity. Number 2. A journey into Arctic wonders. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, Herschel Island, located near the Arctic in Canada, was a bustling hub in the global whaling industry. It served as a place where enormous whales were brought ashore and skillfully processed. This island acted as a launchpad for daring whaling expeditions into the icy northern waters. Yet, by around 1910, the significance of whaling began to fade, and people abandoned the island, leaving behind the remnants of an industrial center. Over time, the relentless ocean tides started to reclaim parts of Herschel Island, gradually erasing the man-made structures. However, nature had its plans for this place, and Herschel Island underwent a stunning transformation. It became a sanctuary for a variety of wild birds, plants, and animals, showcasing the power of nature and reclaiming what was once taken by humans. Today, the island faces an even more ominous threat: climate change. This looming menace threatens to irreparably erase a unique piece of human history, reminding us of the delicate balance between human activity and the natural world. Moving south to the region of modern-day Turkey and Greece, we encounter several small towns with pivotal roles in ancient times, and in some cases, during the early Middle Ages. Among them, the town of Karmalosos, or Kayakuri in Turkish, has a particularly poignant history. In its earlier days, Karmalosos was a bustling Greek settlement with a thriving port. However, tragedy struck when a devastating earthquake ravaged much of the town. Over the years, it changed hands between various rulers. Yet, it was the tumultuous conflicts between the Turks and the Greeks in the 19th century that sealed Karmalosos's fate. The town's population was uprooted and displaced, leaving behind a haunting legacy. Today, Kayakuri stands as a ghost town, its streets open only to tourists. Amidst the weird silence, you can still marvel at the remnants of a bygone era, the ancient churches, the Greek houses frozen in time, and the ruins that whisper tales of days long past. It serves as a somber reminder of the shifting tides of history, where the echoes of human lives and struggles still resonate through its abandoned streets. Number 1. Vanishing Village. A remote village on the Shetland Islands in northern Scotland met a mysterious fate some 300 years ago, when it became entirely submerged beneath a thick layer of sand. This peculiar event had confounded researchers for an extended period. The northern region of Scotland, known for its rugged terrain, indeed boasts abundant sandy beaches. However, the perplexing phenomenon of an entire village being buried under sand in the island's interior posed an enigma. The village of Brew, along with 2 other settlements, was the sole habitation in this relatively modest portion of Shetland. Even today, this locale remains inhospitable. Yet Shetland has been inhabited for over 2 millennia. The onset of the Little Ice Age, approximately 3 centuries ago, brought about a drastic climate shift, even in the northernmost reaches. It ushered in colossal storms that carried substantial quantities of water ashore and stirred up the sands. Through meticulous calculations and the use of a simulation apparatus resembling a giant fan, researchers have managed to replicate this intriguing process. Strong winds, it appears, can effortlessly displace dozens of cubic meters of sand. In this particular instance, it is postulated that an overpopulation of rabbits and sheep played a significant role. They had depleted the tall grass and shrubs along the coastal region, leaving the village exposed without natural protection and vulnerable to the ravages of storms. It is unlikely that the village of Brew vanished beneath the sand in a single night. Rather, the layers of sand accumulated gradually over an extended period. This gradual process allowed the villagers to relocate to safer areas, escaping the encroaching sands. Let us know in the comments which discovery has left you most astonished. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.